Who doesn't love seeing gods fight? I mean, isn't that kind of the whole point behind most superhero movies? Watching gods duke it out up there on the big screen. And now with Hercules in the mix, well, we're teasing up to an actual god on god showdown. Only thing is, Thor and Hercules have been going at it for years in the comics, and both have had their fair share of wins. So, who wins this fight once and for all? Thor or Hercules? Well, let's get into it. But before we get into it, well, if you think that Thor takes it, well, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you disagree, if you think Hercules wins, well, turn on the notification bell. Now, let's get it. So, Hercules might be a newcomer to the MCU, but like we said, he's been around in Marvel Comics for decades and he's done a lot of truly impressive stuff over those years. Done a whole lot of stuff fitting of the god of strength. I mean, Hercules himself has said before that he's got enough power to shake the universe. Zeus called him the strongest of all his sons, and he's consistently been referred to as Thor's equal. But we'll come back to that one in a second. He can level mountains with his punches, smash through titanium steel, and push through thousands of feet of earth. He's been able to drag Manhattan all around and keep the island from splitting in half. Then that's not even talking about all the people that he's fought against. He's one shot Abomination, sent him flying through several buildings. He's punched his brother Ares into the next county. He's thrown around Iron Man and She-Hulk, beat up on Namor and destroyed Ragnarok, a clone of Thor. He's fought against Hulk, was one of the only people on the planet who had a shot at taking down World War Hulk, but instead chose not to fight and stand beside Banner. Then he's even fought against somebody like Sentry, stopped Sentry's hand cold, kneed him in the balls, even used Venom to beat Sentry up, which is honestly just insanely impressive. Hulk and Sentry are two of the strongest guys in all of Marvel. And here's Hercules showing that he belongs right up there in that same category. Then there are two things that Hercules has done that really showcases his true power, his true godhood, alongside Sunspot. Although, let's be honest, it was mostly all Herc. They managed to stop a world machine which was linked into the planet's rotation, essentially stopping the actual rotation of the Earth itself. That's crazy. And then, as a part of one of his 12 labors, well, Hercules held up the heavens for 3 hours straight. Now, what exactly are the heavens, you might be asking? Great question. And we're not entirely sure. I mean, what exactly is Hercules lifting here? It's just space. Now, there are quite a few stars, planets, celestial bodies out there in the heavens, and that's going to weigh pretty much an infinite amount. But I guess you could also ask, how is Hercules even lifting this? He's not actually touching anything. Is he using magic? No, because Herc can't use magic. What's going on here? Well, again, we really don't know. If we could quantify this feat, though, it might just blow everyone else out of the water. Hulk, Thor, Superman, Wonder Woman, Hercules might just be stronger than all of them. Of course, you can't count out Thor just yet. He can bench press small planets. He pulled the Midgard serpent off the earth, even overwhelmed the force of the World Engine, which was moving 9 realms at the time. And not just that, the tree is really able to contain infinite, fully formed, and complex universes. Odin himself has said that the tree is literally everything. That's what Thor was moving. He's lifted up the weight of 20 planets with just one arm, overcame the weight of a neutron star. It's got gravity 200 billion times stronger than Earth's. He's overcome infinite gravity before and lifted the Odin sword, which had immeasurable weight. He's crazy strong. Like, legit. So strong. I mean, just look at that body again. While he was fighting against Gore, just the shockwaves from his strikes were shattering nearby worlds. He almost killed Hulk with a strike. He actually did kill an Asgardian amped thing and beat an Asgardian amped Hulk at the same time, wrestled the living embodiment of the Odin Force. He's fought against Gladiator too. Then Thor has actually fought against Odin before. He hurt his own dad. But not just that. Thor's also fought against Zeus for like a few months or something. He's fought against Surtur before and beat up on Surtur. He's knocked over Celestials and cracked Celestial armor. And then fought against Galactus. Hurt Galactus quite a few times, actually. So yeah, both Thor and Hercules are crazy strong. And both of them have done some things that just baffle your mind, make you begin to question reality. Because some of these strength feats definitely shouldn't be possible. But it's comics. Anything is possible in comics. And as these two have faced off throughout the decades, well, it's pretty clear that they're pretty much equals here. It's been said that Thor and Hercules have shattered mountains in their fights, and they could have potentially broken the sky and the heavens as well. They've evenly arm wrestled before, even arm wrestled to the point where they were shattering mountains and threatening to knock the planet out of orbit. Their fists are enough to demolish worlds. I'd say that's pretty equal. But what about durability? Both of them can dish out a beating, but can they take one? Spider Man once said that fighting against Hercules was like boxing against an aircraft carrier. So, yeah, I'd say that sounds pretty tough. He's been launched all the way to New Jersey before, taking hits from World War Hulk that definitely left him bloodied and bruised. He's taken a beating from a Zom possessed Hulkbuster. He's been savagely beaten down by Zeus. One time, the Beyonder punched him hard enough to make a 50-foot tunnel into the earth. He's essentially weapon proof. Most all weapons just break against his skin. Bullets bounce off and fall to the ground. Not even explosions can take him down. He's able to take energy blast and fire from Ghost Rider and electricity and mind control and survive in outer space and all sorts of crazy stuff. Him and Thor are even able to fight for essentially forever. It would take centuries before one of them fell to the other. But, well, with Thor, he's taken beatings from Juggernaut, from Thanos, from Sentry that was felt all the way around the planet, a light speed bull rush from Silver Surfer, planet destroying blast from Thanos. He can fly inside the sun. He can take blast from Galactus, from Phoenix Force Cyclops, from Zeus, from Boar. He's resisted matter manipulation. He's taken soul manipulation, time manipulation, telepathic attacks, all of it. He's able to fight inside of Surtur's eternal flame. He can take blast from Ereshim the Celestial. He survived close proximity to Gore's God Bomb, and even survived the God Tempest inside of him, a storm that had enough power to destroy moons and planets and stars and galaxies. He's taken beatings from Odin inside the destroyer armor. One time, Thor even fought for 2 years straight, alone, without food, without sleep, without falling. So, yeah, both of them are insanely strong. Both of them are insanely durable. And I don't really see much in talking about speed because neither of them are really that fast. But if I had to pick a guy, it would be Hercules. He's dodged Mjolnir, dodge blast and destroyer, and also has a tendency to throw out some rapid fire punches against guys. But here's the thing, even though Hercules might technically count it as cheating, you can't just ignore Thor's other godly powers. This isn't just going to be a hand to hand fight or a wrestling match, because throwing out lightning is just as common to Thor as throwing a punch. It's just a part of who he is. You can't just take it away or ignore it. And this is where Thor can really shine. He can create cosmic level hurricanes, which also injured Glory, a being who had the power of tens of thousands of gods. His Thermoforce blast defeated Ego, shaking the entire universe in the process. His Anti-Force blast defeated Mangog. His God blast even beat Surtur before, injured Celestials, and sent Galactus running for his life. And don't even get me started on Thor's lightning. It's enough to knock out Hulk, take down Gore, injure the Chaos King. His lightning has even shattered seals that locked away universes. At his absolute best, Thor is a guy who's able to fight against Zeus, fight against Odin, against Surtur, against Galactus, and send him running, against Mephisto and Mephisto's realm, against the Phoenix Force and knock the Phoenix Force out, fight against Celestials and knock them over. Thor can do all sorts of absolutely incredible things. Just some truly crazy stuff. And while Hercules might be able to match up against Thor in strength, I don't think he can match up against Thor in power. I haven't seen Hercules be able to do any of the same stuff like that. For as impressive and powerful as Herc is, he's just not quite on Thor's level in true godhood feats. I think if you leave the arm wrestling to the side and let Thor start swinging Mjolnir around, well, then it's pretty clear who's going to come out on top here. It's Thor. Thor wins.